Hello, welcome back to Stranded Deep. You join us once more in the map editor, where we are creating an archipelago, a collection of small islands within a single island tile, and they are varied and hopefully interesting. Last time we started working on this island way over here. This has a river. What runs through it? It also has well, the camera's a little bit too fast, but it has this raised area. It has these sort of jumpy platformy things, and hopefully people will be able to jump between the bodies of land as they see fit, or just simply swim across, or walk across, or, you know, all of the stuff people would normally do. We do... speaking of the camera getting stuck on things, the camera's now stuck. There we go. We have to be a little bit careful of things like this, the little bubbles. Boop. Yeah, there's bubbles there. Bit of a problem. So we do need to finish off the river, what runs through it. And once we have done that, we can put some interesting things on these islands. Now, we already have a sort of shipwreck here. What is jammed in on this beach. We do need to come back to this island and finish it off eventually, which is nice. Then we have the kind of centerpiece for everything. What is a cave? Which has, boom, a big old shipwreck underneath it. Yep, kind of interesting, kind of buried in the world. And then we have our central island with another shipwreck, just kind of submerged in the middle of the island. So, yeah, we'll come back and finish those islands off. There's a kind of a sort of a polishing pass, I guess you can describe it as. But first, I'm being distracted because the world outside the window where I am recording is being demolished by a storm. Which is, kind of unfortunate. So what we're going to do is we are going to snuggle down inside. I would say next to the fire, but if the flat was on fire, I would be in a lot of trouble. Partially in trouble with landlords, and partially in trouble because I would too probably be on fire. No, we're going to make sure the amount's fairly down. We're going to have a reasonable sized brush, and then we're just going to brush through there. Back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. And these big old bubbles are alarming. Are they going to disappear? Boop. Yep, they've disappeared, but there's some there. Oh no. Bubbles go away. Because it needs to be deep enough in order to have the player swim through there. They have to be able to swim. For if you don't make it deep enough and somebody drops from here into the water and they don't immediately go into the swimming animation, then they're going to break something and they'll be very unhappy. They'll say, "Mapmaker, why did you not see that I was in trouble?" Then you'll say, "I've changed the time to tonight." You'll say probably something similar to that, actually, because you won't be listening to them because you'll be making more maps. We need to go back to the smooth height brush. We will change the size and we will smooth it off through here. Smooth like an Android's bottom. Cool. In fact, we're going to rank that up a little bit, the amount slider, and then we're going to smooth back and forth through here. And we'll do the same thing here, because once people are underwater, they're going to see all these ugly angles, and you don't want the ugly angles showing. You want to hide them. Hide them like you would hide... What would you hide? Why would you hide something? Oh, presents from children before Christmas. Because you want all the presents to yourself. Cool. Display ocean. So, do we have any bubbles? No! Is it deep? Yes! Nice. Now, the game might still throw rocks and stuff in there. If we make it too deep, the game is just going to go, have a tower of rock. But I think that's probably deep enough for what we need it for. Cool. Now we're going to grab some objects, and we are going to grab some rocks. Rocks, where are you? That's items. What am I doing? Rocks, they're right here. Are rocks friends? Here we go. So we're going to put a rock here, and we are, in fact, we're going to put it a little bit back. There we go. That was a cliff 3. It was a cliff 3. Interesting. Yeah, it is. Okay, cool. We could do this. So we're going to put that there. Put that there. Cool. Why are we doing this? Why does it need to be like this? We can put a big rock there. And there we go. Wait, what? I think the cliffs are good. Let's get rid of that. Yep. Let's use big rocks instead. Big rocks! Big rocks! All the rocks. All the rocks. Yeah. And the reason for this, if we press R, rotate that back, press T, drop that back down, is because I'd like people to be able to jump from rock to rock across here. It's a little thing, but, you know, it's a thing nevertheless. Let's get rid of that. We don't really need it anymore. We kind of, we're okay with the size of everything. Does this have, let's rotate this around. I said, does this have a smooth side? It kind of does. Green is now facing down. Nice. Boop, boop, boop. It's a little thing, but it's another pathway across the river, which if we change the time of day, so at the moment it's fine, absolutely fine, but if we change the time of day, so the tide comes in, that's tide fully in, tide fully out. So there is quite a draft on the on this river itself. So it gets a lot wider and a lot deeper. But at night, when the moon is fat, yeah, the water is black. Like, oh, I don't know what's in the water levels of darkness. So where's the moon? Behind a cloud. Yeah, you kind of, you have to anticipate that people at night, some people might not want to swim across water. They might find themselves on an island and they're just like, nah, I'm good. I'm going to stay here now. This is where I live until the sun comes up again. So these islands, the central one, this one, and now this one, which is technically one big island, but because we have cut it off from the rest of, we've cut it in half. Technically we've got three land masses here. And if we change the time of day, almost 4. It gets a bit wet through there. So yeah, it's very dynamic, kind of interesting. But people can hop around these islands. And then this one you would literally need to swim across to, and this one you would need to swim across to as well. So good. This is a bit problematic up here. We'll come back to that momentarily, but we have this kind of landmass over here. We need to do something with it. What can we do with it? Excellent question. Glad you asked. So we're going to read terrain height from there. The amount is going to be dropped down. Size is going to be pushed up. Then we're going to push in here, I think, a little bit. I kind of read terrain height. Kind of like, let's bring that back a bit. There we go. Smooth it off. I think so. Smoothing sizes up. Amount is quite far up. And then we're going to smooth. Oh, what's that done? If anything. Excellent question. Glad you asked. Because we should have a bunch of wet sand. So if we now change the time of day, let's change it to low tide. High tide, that's all watery. And low tide, dry. Watery, dry, watery. Whoop, sun's gone. So nice. Real nice. That gives us something to work with at least. Smoothing tool. That's not the smoothing tool. That's the echo of the smoothing tool. So let's smooth that around here. If we change the size of it, is that going to have any more effect? It's not doing anything for us. Okay, change the size down. See, there's some bits that kind of need adjustment and aren't being adjusted. Has that got rid of the bubbles? I think it has got rid of the bubbles. Right, okay, fine. We are going to raise and lower. We're going to make sure the amount is very far, very minuscule. There we go. Hit lower, and then just double checking the amount slider again because it's inherited. Just clicking through there, get a little bit of blue. There we go. Nice. And then we will smooth this. Ooh, smoothie, smoothie, smoothie. In fact, the amount should be all the way up. Ah, no. I have to pop it down again. Because I want that little touch of blue. Touch of frost. Let's just clickety click. Let's just check that with our eyeballs. Yeah, well, it's not the best. We can kind of cheat though, because we don't have all the time in the world. We have some time. And what we're going to do is go to structures. Hello, structures. And we are going to grab ourselves a shipwreck. What are we going to grab? We are going to grab the little rowing boat. There we go. Rowing boat. I love the rowing boat. It's a really nice model. Really nice, satisfying thing to use. So we can press R, rotate, and rotate again. So it sits in a little puddle of water. I think no matter the time of day. So if we change the time of day and the tide goes out all the way, it's still in a little puddle of water. Haha, see? We can also see that there's some little triangly bits here, so I'm going to hit the smoothing tool again, rack that up, and smooth around here. I don't know if we're going to be able to get all of these little triangly bits sorted. It's a bit of a pain in the butt. But I think we're sort of, at this point, lowering the ground by such a small amount. I think, there we go. Cool. Cool. And then if we change the time of day so the tide is all the way in, which it is there. Tell me more. We can now go back to objects. Then you can go to rocks. That's not rocks. This is rocks. Cool. Rocks. Then we are going to rotate this around. Get itself something that looks... I want the smooth bit, essentially. We can grab the green, drop that in, and create a little rocky harbour, a little rocky den, and then we can throw some plants and stuff in here. So it gives ourselves a little bit of interest. There you go. So we'll rotate that. Ooh, down there. Cool. Bring that up on that side. Press T, bring it back. Press R, rotate. I think that's probably pretty sweet. We can lose a bit of that. Let's rotate that. Get rid of that little nubbin. Cool. Hello. Hello. Almost invisible bubble patch, which represents a gap in the old mesh. The old mesh? Yes, that could be an issue. Could be an issue if we didn't... shoreline rocks. Maybe too much in the old shoreline rocks, but we can use a small rock. Because sometimes you see these things and you think, oh, that's going to be a problem. If someone notices that, it's just a little bit of immersion breaking. But immersion is no longer broken because you can't see it. We have hidden it deftly with our... Yeah, there's a bit of subterfuge there. Nice. Now we have these rocks, which kind of suggest that seeds and stuff can be captured at that point. So we can throw some trees. Trees. You want... Ficus trees are good. Ficus trees are always good. We're going to have lots of palm trees and things around here as well. I reckon, though... I reckon ficus is probably a good shout at this point. Just because of the structural nature of it. So we will look under F for ficus tree. Ficus tree 2, hello. Hello, old friend. How are you doing? You are a big tree. Okay, let's drop you all the way down. So your trunk is firmly jammed in the terrain. And that casts a shadow over the boat. I was going to have 2 trees, but you know what? I think I like it with just the one. You clipped into that rock. It's not... Ooh, okay. Alright. Let's back up a little bit. And just get you out of the rock. Doesn't matter if a branch is in the rock, but when the trunk's growing out of the rock, it's a little bit immersion breaking. I know we've done it in other places, but you know. So we can add. Have we added resources yet? We've added some fruit and food plants to that island over there, I think. But we can just add a little resource because we know that there is going to be dry ground. Cool. We can add some other little planty bits. So let's have aloe vera plant. Would that be a cool thing to have right there? I'm not sure. Would aloe vera grow next to the sea? Let's not. Nope. Sorry, aloe vera. The camera is currently stuck on the old driftwood pile because the camera is of its own. It's moving of its own volition. The speed at which it moves. Nana plants. We haven't used many nana plants. There's a bit of an issue with them, with the little hitboxes. If you go and jump on top of them, you will judder around. You'll become the Judder Man, my dear. Which was a character from the Mets adverts. Way back in time. Ooh, haven't had that in a while. Yep, the bush is not a little happy bush anymore. It is a sort of a monster that has grown beyond what people thought it could grow. Pine small, guava. Oh yeah. Hello, guava plant. Should you be here? With your little fruity things? It actually makes for decent ground cover. And the little flower. Is that the breath boost? I can't remember. One of them's breath boost. One of them has no use whatsoever at the moment. So we've created a little happy patch of greenery surrounded by water at high tide, and then at low tide it's the sand is all dry. So if we go back to not camera, we go back to terrain, change the time of day to, there we go, and all that sand is dry except the boat is now in the water, still in the water. So that's kind of a cool thing right there, right here, right now. I'm going to go back to high tide just momentarily because there's a little headland here and I'm kind of keen to do something with it. So what we'll do, normally we would, these bubbles, freaking bubbles. You'll never get all of them. Not with a map that has just this much coastline. Trying to get all the bubbles at high tide and low tide is pretty difficult. You can smooth the terrain, smooth the shoreline and everything, but it ain't gonna work for everything. So if you see them, you can either move stuff around or you can use shoreline rocks. Hello. Just slam the old shoreline rock in there. Can we be cheeky and actually? I don't think we can. But what we can do is do this. Angle it like this. Press T. Drop that into the ground. There we go. I'm not entirely sure what causes the water mesh to separate at the shoreline. But you know what? We are going to grab that. And we're going to press R to rotate back on itself, press T, and through serendipity, it is going to kind of merge with the shoreline rocks. It's also going to hide the gap, what would have been a huge gap in the mesh. I guess the game just doesn't like me, not today. But it's also going to tie in with these rocks over here, so that's cool. Fine, we'll use another big rock and just drop it in there and go. I'm going to use this. So it both ties in. Can we do that? Is that going to cover all of that? I think so. I mean, it's certainly going to affect at high tide anyway. But not only does it tie in with the rest of the rocky coastline around this area and the three rocks in the sea, but it also ties in with... Oh no, that's what it ties in with. The fact that the terrain underneath might actually have sort of an interesting geological artifacts. I don't know. I'm just thinking about this bit here right now. So what we're going to do is we are going to, well, we were going to drop some rocks here, but it kind of seems a little bit too much now. Let's grab some small rocks. Small rock, hello. Hello, small rock. How have you been? For you are going to be here now. Just, that's it. That's all we need. All we need. And then we can grab some trees and then grab some palm tree. Hello, palm tree. So palm 1, yes please. 4, you can be there. Palm 2. Why don't we do a palm 3? Yes please. We might as well press R and give it a little rotate. So the idea is we'll put some palm trees down and palm 4. And we can. So at high tide, we can have a little look around here. We might even be able to throw in another plant just in there. Just at the end. Cool. Just address this very... Because otherwise the peninsula would have nothing really going for it. So if you... Hello camera. Camera acceleration. Hello. And we might throw one more rock in there just to address that end. Otherwise it's just a bit of sand that ends in the sea. So what we'll do is we'll grab another small rock. Small 3. You're needed. You are required. There we go. And even though it's basically the same as this here, because it's over here and it's buried in the sand in a slightly different way, it doesn't look the same, so it doesn't look copy and pasted. Cool. And you know what? We can actually add, if we go back to here, add our aloe vera here. Oh yeah. Yeah. That makes more sense because that's a bit of dry sand right there and people can come and explore this area. So we have added a couple of reasons to be here and explore. Cool. So if we go back to the terrain and we change the time of day so the tide is all the way out, it doesn't look out of place. None of this stuff looks out of place, but now that we have to think about tides and time and all that sort of stuff, then yeah. So this actually looks cool. Yeah, I like it. I like it. That's really, really nice. And the sand is wet, so it kind of shows you that stuff will happen. So if you come and build your house here on the wet sand, build it on stilts. For otherwise, you will have wet toes, and you'll be sad because your toes will be wet, and you'll be like, I'm trapped on a desert island and I have no Gore-Tex. I'm kind of wondering whether we should leave this as a sort of a sandy area, like a big flat sandy area. Not entirely sure with this, because we do have quite a lot of other stuff going on. We can kind of add, I think, little oases of green. So maybe we should do the same thing here. Leave it, by and large, as just this kind of islandy island made of sand, which is exactly what it is. Cool. Rocks. You are being called into... Oh, look at that. That's a really nice looking rock. Of all the rocks in all the world, we had to pick that one. And it was a good choice. Oh yeah. Yeah. We also need a way of getting up there. Yeah, I think we need to get this sorted. Why? I was looking at it, I'm just thinking, why can't you get up there? Oh yeah, that's why you can't get up there, because there's a huge piece of stuff in the way. Right, let's do this. We're going to need another cliff. Cliff 4 is but ugly? Question mark. Okay, right. Well, we'll rotate that. Press T. Bring. Hello. Bring that up. Push that out a little bit, and then bring that back in over here. So hopefully, I think we've got... Yeah, there it goes. Pop. So that's all been hidden, but I think... yeah, you should be able to walk straight up here. Onto there, and then run across. And of course, this will be open mesh, and this will be a way more detailed. No! There we go. Yep. So what we want is the end of this walkway just to be hidden, so it's just literally poking out. So there is a way to get up there. Nice. going to use a cliff 2 as well. And I'm going to go out here. In line with all of this. There we go. And I'm just going to drop that into the sea. Give it a little rotate. Just rotate it that way so that from the shore it doesn't look too strange. Good. Yeah, so that's continuing that line of rocks essentially. Let's just pop under the water, make sure it's not bloop. Make sure it's not, whoa, the abyss. How terrifying. Yeah, so I just wanted to make sure it wasn't actually just hanging over the edge or something. That would be not so good. In fact, what we could do is take the, rotate it, press T. Let's see if we can jam it into the ground a little bit. Let's see if we can. Is that going to work? I don't think it will. It might work. Might make it super annoying to get anything. Like a raft or something in there. Okay. There we go. Is that going to work? You know what? I don't like it. I don't like it. Let's get rid of it. Boop, boop. Booping is happening. And then we can do this. Okay. That's better. Oh, infinitely better. Sure. Good. So that can be like that. Good. I like it. Another. And what were we doing here? Oh yeah, we were throwing rocks in because we wanted to leave the island pretty much as much as it is. Pretty much as much as it is. Is that even a sentence? I don't think it is. I'm going to have to check with the team in London. No, team in Oxford. Why did I say London? They can't speak English in London. They were like, cool, blimey, Gavna. Gonna be popping up a chimney and doing them Edwardian chimney things. Oh, it's Mary Poppins. Yeah, they're a bit weird in London. Not so much in Oxford. Not so much in Oxford. Right, so we've got a couple of rocks, and I'm like, oh, wait a minute. What is this? What is this? This looks a little bit strange. Yeah, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. We need some trees. We are going to also need our favorite tree. Our favorite tree? Don't tell the other trees, but you're our favorite. And the reason we have left that little gap between the rocks is because we are going to pop that in there. This is going to be a pain in the butt because it's going to want to snap. So press R, rotate, so one of those branches is in fact over the beach. Lovely. Lovely, lovely, lovely. And it's not the same rotation as the other tree. Let's just check them from the side. Yeah, they look different enough, suitably different enough that things aren't going to be difficult for us. Good. I think another rock or something over here, and we can create a little oasis. I keep clicking on items like it's a thing. So we'll do a little rotate. Press T, transform. Geez, I'll find it eventually. I'll find it eventually. So we will drop that down into the sand a little bit more. Cool. In fact, I believe we can rotate that so it's pretty much on its edge. And if we press T at that point, we'll just change the camera so we can actually look down upon it. There we go. There we go. There we go. Cool. Then we can go and grab some trees. So we can just go and plant some trees and stuff. That is a big tree. Oh, that's a big plant. Kind of not a good angle for this. So aloe vera. What's this boy doing? This boy is quite a good plant to use. So if we put it in, then we can press T for transform. And we can bring it in such a way that the leaves... Oh, I want the green toggle. Green toggle, hello. In such a way that the leaves... Oh, no, no, no. No. Also, no. I keep clicking on the wrong toggle. On the blue one. I want to get it out of the rock. Oh, it is in the rock. I just want it one of the big leaves to be over the rock itself. It doesn't matter so much if they clips into the sand, I don't think. Only because, oh, look at that. It's funny. Press T, let's bring it up a bit. Press R, rotate it around. Oh, we're gonna have to mess around with this a little bit. Bring it up a little bit more. Can we bring it in any? Maybe we can, and just make sure the actual plant itself is in the ground, which it is. Cool. I think that works quite well because you have a big lump of grey, and then what you're doing is you're breaking up not only the shape of the rock but the colour with the leaves. It's a little trick, but that's why I like throwing the rocks and the trees together. So we started off with just a big old empty sandy beach, and we have thrown in some points of interest which change during the day. We've added these rocks, we've added these trees, and although the trees are all basically the same, everything has a different feel to it. So people coming along go, oh, this is interesting. Hopefully they go, oh, it's interesting. And they want to build a house here, and then they go, ooh, I never want to leave. Except, you know, it is 2 for 1 at Starbucks. So maybe I do want to leave, but only to get that little coffee card thing filled in. And actually, you know what? Coffee's terrible. So do they do, like, milkshakes? Are milkshakes a thing? Does Starbucks do milkshakes? I don't really know. I have to travel like 3 counties over in order to get some convenient hot coffee action. I have a feeling that's a euphemism, but I don't know how. Anyway, milkshakes where it's at. All them milkshakes, because that's what brings people to your store, especially the strawberry milkshakes. Oh yeah. Anyway, what are we doing? We're putting plants in, and we're carrying on with our breaking up of objects with leaves. There we go. Nice. But wait, there's more, because there always is. There needs to be a reason for people to come here, and although we did do it with the other ficus tree, we haven't done it with this one yet. So we're going to put in, we got Kawa. Kawa's the tiny one, right? It is the tiny one. Yeah, the little tiny fruit tree. Okay. But we also have the Kura tree. Hello. Can we get the Kura tree in without it looking a little bit too forced? Oh my, it's quite big. I think I'll leave that. Oh, or will I? No, I know what we do need though. Oh yeah. Yeah, boy. We need the PP. For if you get poisoned, what do you put on it? But PP. You definitely need to PP on the poison. Cool. And then maybe just to finish this off, we are going to need something like, let's pick some tiny ass rocks. Tiny. Now, have we done that before? Tiny ass rocks? I'm not. But no, we must have. Laws of probabilities and averages and stuff. I'm going to bring that up just a little bit. So again, same rock, same orientation, different interaction with the sand and all the shadows and stuff, but it kind of seals the area in. It allows so the sand flows around it because the sand is basically part of the island mesh, but the rock there kind of, I guess psychologically or visually, it kind of seals that area off in like a little rock ring. So it looks like a little oasis of green. And we don't really need to do too much more there. Nice. We've actually put in quite a lot of detail just in this small area here. Still haven't done anything with that. Need to do a lot with that. And definitely need to come over here and start throwing trees down on this. Again, the rocks and stuff are here because of the bubbles, the little bubble action, which was telling us that if we didn't do anything with that, people would notice there would be gaps in that water mesh though. But you know what? This is starting to look like home. Nice. Absolutely brilliant. You know what? I'm going to leave it there for the time being. So if you're watching this and you're thinking, oh, you know what I could do with more of this, you know? definitely leave a little like, because it's, you know, it's always helpful. And subscribe if you want to know more. If you do subscribe, click the little bell, because that will give you notifications when videos go live. And you know what? I'll catch you next time.